What's going on YouTube? Today's video is for the beginners. We're going to be showing you how to do a fast and simple water change. So what you're going to need is a gravel vac or a siphon to siphon the water out. You're going to need a bucket to drain the water into, and then you're going to need a towel to clean up any mess. So what you're going to want to do is place the gravel vac or siphon inside of your fish tank and inhale through the bottom end of the siphon and let the water drain out into the bucket. If you do have a gravel vac, you're going to want to stick the, top end of it into the gravel about halfway, so you can clean out what has fallen in between the gravel. You're just going to want to move it around to different spots and areas. What I do is I usually put it in the areas where the food mainly falls into, as well as fish poop and detritus. They'll mainly be in places where the decorations are. If you have plants, they will also help by getting detritus and all that. They'll soak up the nutrients. You want to be careful when sticking the gravel vac down in there, especially if you have sharp rocks and gravel, because it will scratch and crack the bottom of the glass. Make sure you do get the places that you haven't gotten before, like behind, in the very back of your tank, in the corners. Make sure you're very thorough. When you do a water change, it depends on how much water you take out, anywhere from 10 to 20%, depending on how often you do a water change. If it's every week, I would do anywhere from 10 to 15. If it's every 2 weeks, anywhere from 20 to 25. See, this is where my gravel vac hose just fell out of my bucket and water was spilling onto my floor. So that's where the towel will come in handy. So once you drain the water and all the fish waste into the bucket, you're going to want to dump that out and then rinse the bucket out so that when you refill it, it won't have all that fish waste in it. So when you're filling up the bucket with fresh water, you're going to want to use some kind of dechlorinator. I use Prime. You're going to want to put 2 drops per gallon, but honestly, if you just squirt a little bit in there, this stuff is not going to hurt your fish. If you go too much, it's not going to hurt. You want to make sure that the temperature of the water that's coming out of your faucet is around the same temperature as your fish tank, because if it's too cold, it will drastically drop the temperature in the fish tank, and that's not really good or healthy for your fish. Once you get that fresh water, you're going to want to take it back to your fish tank and try to gently pour the water back into the fish tank, just so you don't make a mess and it slip. It will be heavy, so be careful. Then you're just going to want to repeat the process of filling that bucket back up full of fresh water and putting Prime or another water dechlorinator in it, and put it back in your tank until your tank is full. Y'all made it all the way to the end. Thank you so much. If you could do me a favor and leave me a like, comment if you like sand or gravel, also subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.